Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we're having a very special unboxing, something that came in from, let's see here, Kai USA, coming in to me. It was a little late coming in. Got stuck in Waco for a long time it seemed. I wasn't sure if it was ever going to get here. But looking forward to this, something that was a special drop I didn't even know about and caught it before it ended. I'm going to go ahead and be opening up this with my Kershaw live wire. I got one of these OTFs. I think it's the best OTF value you can get out there. I have one OTF. I have a few automatics, but I have one OTF. And I want that OTF to be something I can use and not worry about. And that's what this is. This is the CPM20CV OTF. The new ones come in magnet cut. They even have some with carbon fiber and a DLC coating. Those are cool. So this is an old school one, but still a great knife. And I love carrying it. So let's go ahead and get into the box here. So I'm going to open it from the back so we keep the information confidential. Let's get into this. All right, move that off to the side. And I'm going to take the receipt away. Just any personal information? Yep, we'll take that away. What do we got in here? This packaging and a knife. And let's take a look at this. A Kershaw knife. All right, let's see, what do we got? Iridium carbon fiber, M390. So this is carbon fiber. Now Iridium we've opened up here before. So I've done a review of an Iridium, and certainly a cool knife. Usually it comes with like your typical paperwork right here, Kai USA, and that. All right, and so let's look at this. I think this one is not made in USA. I think it's going to be made in China, but let's take a look. Carbon fiber, Kershaw clip, typical red backspacer. I think this is aluminum or steel. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably aluminum. Steel clip for sure. You can get another clip for that, I'm pretty sure. I like the carbon fiber, beautiful twill, kind of a carbon fiber pattern on there. Reversible clip, that's really cool. We got, are these T8s or T6s? We'll check those out in a second. Those could be, I think they're T6s. Maybe they're T8s, I don't know. All right, so we've got that. We've got the blade here as well. Is it pretty centered? Yeah, pretty dead center. Carbon fiber, I like the red little touch on there, which is really nice. It is that crossbar lock that they have. I don't know what they call theirs. I think they have a special name for it. It's like the Able crossbar lock sort of thing, right? But let's go ahead and give this a flick and see how it opens. Pretty nice, beautiful drop point, almost spear point like. You see the Kershaw emblem on there. Let's see here, Kai USA. This one is made in China. I'm not sure if it's China or if it's Taiwan, but it's definitely China, I think. So you have the Kai, this the part M390 blade steel. So I don't know if you see that, M390 blade steel. So this is a special, ooh, hold on. That's nice, all right. Any blade play? No. Nice close. Yeah, it's got some good resistance. So the nice thing about the crossbar lock is like, I can close it like this, but I can also, let me close it. I can also open it like that, right? And you can use the thumb studs, reverse. And the nice thing about a crossbar lock, it's absolutely ambidextrous. So left-handed, right-handed, great use. Now this is a carbon fiber, and it does have the steel liner on the inside. Not a lot of weight relief, a little bit of relief there, but that's typical for the axis lock, or the crossbar lock, sorry, I keep calling it the axis lock. Now Axis was, Benchmade was the first one that did create the axis lock, and that's what the first one. They had a patent, and then their patent ran out, and then Hogue did the Able lock, and Concept, I believe, did the, Kaiser did the clutch lock, and I think like TRM, they call theirs the river lock. They're all the crossbar lock. It's the same thing. The action's pretty nice, I will say that. Pretty cool. I think this is caged bearings on the inside. Well, maybe I'll take this apart and try to see what is inside. I don't know. We'll see if we have time for that. But I thought this would make a really cool knife addition. The thing was, the price point that it was selling at, it was really phenomenal, and I thought maybe this might be a special giveaway knife. You know, we hit the huge threshold or something. Definitely, we'll keep it in my collection for a while and try it and test it and stuff. But you know, sometimes you buy things and you think this might be a great giveaway knife, right? You know, when you have a big moment. So I have little giveaways I do every week. And unless I'm sick, which has happened recently, or I'm on vacation, which happened recently. But I do giveaways. And usually I'd like to give budget knives giveaways. This is not quite in the budget knife realm. This was about $150, maybe with shipping and everything, it was $165. So, I mean, it definitely falls into a little nicer realm, but it's definitely a nice knife, right? And this would be a great, you know, we're moving toward 5K. I can't believe I'm even talking about that. Now, if you see this video in the past, and I'm well past 5K, well, then this is an older video, and I'm blown away that we're past it, but we're moving toward that direction, and that just humbles me every time. I just can't believe it. But the first iridium that I did take a look at was the, I believe it was aluminum scales or steels or something like that. And yeah, I think it was aluminum, and it had the D2 blade steel. Their version of the crossbar lock was done really, really well. It's really sweet. It was very smooth. It was outstanding knife. I think it got some awards. And I love, they had a special titanium version with the M390. This is the carbon fiber. I love these little sprint limited runs. This is really nice. This is really nice. It's one of those that you're like, might like to keep this one, but you know, I always buy some of these with the intent of maybe a big giveaway at some point. So maybe it'll be in collection for a while, and then when we get around the giveaway, I'll be ready to let it go on to somebody else, because I've had a chance to try it out and really get a feel for it, right? I mean, I think it's a cool knife. This would definitely be something that if I didn't have a channel and I got a knife like this, I would put it in the car. So a couple things I can tell you right away. It's not super sharp up here. That's been done really well. It's not quite a crown spine, but there's no sharp edges. But it's enough that I think you could still get a ferrous rod to go. If not, you could use the end part here. You could definitely use maybe the tip up here, and it does have a little jimping. And believe it or not, that jimping is somewhat usable. You can choke up here for sure. It's got a trigger position. You can absolutely choke up. You see that? Definitely a choke up position, and I can lock it in there without feeling like I'm going to slide off. Now, if I'm doing a heavy duty cut, I definitely want to be back here. A grip tight, this is rounded. It doesn't dig in. It's not super sharp. That's nice. Everything is chamfered all the way around, all the way. There's no hot spots. Even this right here is done nicely. It's not going to dig in. I love Giant Mouse. I love their designs. My biggest wish is that they would just not have those sharp edges, or at least offer an alternative, right? Like have a different backspacer you could buy that's rounded or something, because you crown your blade so well, but this is so sharp in the back. It's just a small gripe. It's just my wish, because I love their designs. Every time I buy one, I get a blister here and I end up selling it or returning it. And I go, nope, I can't do it. But I keep hoping, right? But this is beautiful. I love the carbon fiber. It is all the way through carbon fiber. Yep, it is. It's not peel ply kind of carbon fiber like you see with some of the Spydercos and some other brands. So that does give it some lightweight. It feels a little lighter than the original iridium I have. Just really great action. It's a great size. So I have large hands. You can see that with my meaty fingers. I'm more like an extra large when you grip this way. If you've got skinny fingers and you're extra large, I'm going to probably be a little wider than yours. If you have normal size fingers on an extra large, this is about what you're going to be gripping at, right? And then if you've got big meaty fingers, then you'll be over to the edge. But this definitely is an large to extra large. And if you choke up double extra large, for sure, you have room. You definitely have room. It is not a super small knife. I mean, if we look at it overall, we're right at 8 inches. So, I mean, it's that 8-inch mark where it's considered like, you know, a full-size knife, right? It's not overbuilt. It's not a large knife. I know some of you guys who have really huge hands, you feel like this is a small blade. It's not. For most average users, this is a good size. You know, that 7.5 to 8 1/4 is a sweet spot for a lot of people. They like that size a lot. And this definitely falls into that. And that's what makes this, you know, very competitive. I would put it up there probably. Let's get my Benchmade out here. So here's a bug out. You know, probably one of the competitors. You can see it's definitely larger than the bug out for sure. Now, one of the ones that came out recently, a Leon Ma, the EFD. So we're about that size. A little more blade length on this one, because you have the finger choil here. But you're looking at that size right here as well. Like this is the Field Duty, the Eutectic Field Duty. That's a good comparison, right? And then if we were to do the paramilitary, let's get one of those. I'll pull one out here real quick. Here's a Para 3. And definitely a little smaller. You can see that. And if we compare that to a paramilitary paramilitary 2, you can see that's a little, it's right in between. So if we were to do that, it would be right in between. So that's the nice size about that. I think it's, you know, that's this competitive sweet spot right there. So I think that's cool. Definitely something worth checking out for sure. And I wish there was more of these. When I saw it, I think it was the last day and I was going to post about it, but I missed getting that out there to let you guys know. So I was just excited to get one of these. Let's feel that edge. Pretty sharp edge. M390. I don't know what the HRC is on this. We'll check that out when we strop it a little bit to get a feel for it. I love the action. Definitely caged bearings. So that's nice. You know what this reminds me of? Yeah, let's compare it to that one. The, where's my, there it is. My collector series Hogue Misto. So it's right around that size. Yeah, we got about the same blade length. You got about the same handle length. If you use this choke up position, you technically have a little more handle length on the Iridium because this one here, you could choke up like this for sure, you're right, and you can just grab back like this. But on the Iridium, you can choke up all the way up like that. So it gives you a little extra, so you could be in the middle here somewhere like that. But very, very similar in size. Both, this is the Hogue Able Lock, right? So beautiful, beautiful action on this one. And then this one as well. Really nice. Now, USA made, twice the price. Titanium carbon fiber. Now, this is textured titanium. That always costs a little bit more to get the textured titanium on there. And I did crack the skin on my finger from being up in the mountains. Super dry up there, just so you know. My hands are still, I mean, I was in the desert, so my hands are still all dried up and everything. But yeah, this is definitely a USA made one. Really, really nice. Action is fantastic. Definitely going to cost you more. This is made in China, so that's the benefit, right? It is a little cheaper. So, but if you want to buy just USA, this is the way to go. Now, this is the collector's series with the titanium. They're going to come out with cheaper versions of this. This is MagnaCut, right? Nice HRC. This is M390. So you will probably have, you know, like a 20 CV or MagnaCut version of this, like the Deca, right? So there'll be a competitive ones out there for sure, but just something to think about. So there you go. Very, very cool little knife. I think it's pretty neat. I will tell you, chamfered all the way around. There's no sharp edges, like I already said. The crossbar lock works really well. I think that's really stinking cool. Got nice volcanoes on here. It's got a nice wedge, so if you wanted to turn your cut, you could. Pretty thin edge. When we do the review, I think we're going to be looking at under 100 thousandths of an inch, right? We're looking at less than 0.1 inches. I think it's pretty thin. It'll be very competitive in that regard. Light is nice. It's got a relatively deep pocket carry clip, so you're going to be about right there, almost concealed. You do have this big lanyard thing here. That's a priority. You know, I wouldn't have necessarily done that. I would have liked to have that a little bit higher, but that's just me. You know, it's not bad. It's just not my favorite, right? I don't really care for lanyards, but to those of you who love lanyards, you're going to have your nice big lanyard, and for sure that's cool. So if you're going to do a lanyard, I mean, it's a stinking nice way to do it. Okay, I gotta admit, this red backspacer is a beautiful touch with the carbon fiber. It does look really nice. I mean, you know, look, they did the red stuff here as well, and that's really nice as well. I love that kind of touch. So very, very cool. I think it's a pretty stinking cool little knife here. So let's do our nice up close up so you guys can get a good look at that. Let me get the stuff off the camera so we can focus just on this knife right here, the Iridium with the carbon fiber M390 blade steel with the crossbar lock. Really nice. And then we can look at it from behind here as well with the clip. You can see that that's M390 blade steel. Kai is a company made in China though. I will say this is a captive pivot. That's really cool. I do dig that. That's nice. If you can do it, do a captive pivot. I appreciate that. Let's look at the clip right here. The screws are recessed, so and it's a nice little clip. You go over the loop. It's one of my favorite kind of clips you're going to do. It doesn't do that weird duckbill thing, and you have lots of clearance under there, and it is reversible, so that's really nice. And let's look at the back. Nice red back spacer. I think that's pretty cool. Really easy to access thumb studs, which is great. And the crossbar lock works really well. So we can definitely do that, right? That's really nice. I like that a lot. Yeah, very cool. Very, very, very cool little blade here. It is a flat grind. it's not all the way to the top, but it's very thin. Let's look at that edge real quick. We're looking at an edge, looks pretty. So it's pretty even over here. It looks like they slipped just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Just a little bit. This became just a little bit longer, but it's very minor. I mean, most people won't even notice that. I'm kind of a little OCD. I can nitpick at a lot of things. Sometimes I try to not, I don't think it's critical, I just go by it, right? I love the carbon fiber. It's going to reflect really well in the sun, I think. It's been cloudy with rain here lately. So there we go. That's really nice. I think you would enjoy that a lot. Very, very cool. All right. That is the knife. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. The action's nice. I will say it was a little gritty at first, but it feels like it's breaking in a little nicer. And I don't know if that's the bar going over, the crossbar going over here on the top as it breaks in a little bit, right? Put a little oil on there and see if that makes it even smoother. No blade play, no pivot lash. I mean, it's axis lock or crossbar lock, so it's just going to click in. You can see that. What happens is that pin with the omega springs pushes and it locks over that. When it closes in place right there, it's gonna click right in there, and that's what's gonna lock it right there, right? That little bar is now locked in there, in place like that, and then it just kind of rolls over that bar, right? It's not a solid bar, and then this locks behind there, so it's nice and solid in place. All right, that's the knife. Very cool. All right, hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button? If you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the channel really helps out the channel. Allows the channel to produce more content, do more things for you guys. You know, that's really, I think, awesome. And thank you. Thank you to you guys who watch, who subscribe the videos. I really do appreciate you guys. You have no idea how much that means. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't already, hit that notification button down below so you can be notified of future content like this video. And also to all of my channel members out there, a big shout out, a big thank you, a big, huge, I appreciate you guys. Some of you have been here since the beginning, and I really do appreciate that very, very, very much. And if you've been on the edge and you thought, hey, I might like to become a channel member, I would love to have you. I'd be honored. I really would. It would be a huge pleasure. I have 3 different tiers. Check out the description below. Any way you want to become a member, I would love to have you. It would be awesome. And as a way for me to say thank you to all the channel members, if you are a new channel member or if you've been a channel member and you haven't asked, do email me with your name and address. I'll send you out a sticker. I was a little behind in getting some stickers out recently because of vacation and work, but I am catching up. But also, if you've been a channel member for a while and you haven't asked, let me know. I'd like to send you a sticker as well, okay? And the top tiers, there's some extra benefits and stuff like that. But for everyone, all the channel members, I also do a once a month giveaway. And it's my special way to say thank you to you guys. And we've had some big membership numbers go up. And so, you know, some of those giveaways get to be a little nicer because of that. So it's my way just to say thank you to you guys and how much I appreciate you for your kindness. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you. You mean the world to me. So I don't know what else to say. You know, I short of getting emotional or something like that, man, you know, it's like the beer commercial. I love you, man. You know, so appreciate you guys. All right. Hey, if you haven't already, maybe check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.